Hi, it's Alan again. Just wanted to show you this little power supply I just bought off eBay. It was $49.95. Because I'm using my selfie camera, it's all back to front. But it's 15 volts at 3 amps. 15 volts at 3 amps. And it's all got all the protection on. Voltage and current protection. And all these, this is for current protection. You can pre-select your current or voltage, that is, and it selects the current for you and maximum current you can use. And although you've got this dial here, the dial is pretty accurate in as much as that this is 1 amp and that's 3 amps, and then somewhere around here is 2 amps. So you can actually preset it, but you can't see it until you start using it. So I've got this. I've got some small resistors. So this one's 5 ohms. 5 ohms at 5 watts. So if I put this one on, and it already is drawing 180 milliamps. I'll set this back down, set this down, set this to 0. It won't let the voltage go above what the current's able to draw, depending on your settings. So I'll start turning the voltage up. It's saying we've got 156 milliamps, 1 volt, and it's not up to 1 amp yet, and it's not going up in voltage linearly, and we're getting close to 1 amp now. 9. So that's on 1 amp. One point 2, 1.6, so it's 1.3, it cut out. That's on the lowest settings. So it's not cutting out at 1 amp at the moment. So if I put the little notch to where about the blue thing is about, that's pretty hot. The back's oh, I'll show you the inside, eh? That's inside, but that's the back. It's got 13055. That's getting pretty hot. And so if we carry on with now that's set at about 2 amps. We've got 5.7 volts, and already it's probably 15 volts. That's halfway, and we keep going up. 1.2, 1.3, 1.45, 6, 7, and that's as much as it goes. So that's 1.5. So I've got my thing dialed out maybe a little bit too low. So see if we can get up to 2 amps this time. 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, and it drops off again. So it is around 2 amps, this bit here. So 1.89, 2 amps, 1.7. So 2 amps there, which is a little bit further around. And it's 10.1 volts maximum. But if you go up to the 3, I think you get a bit more. That's 3 amps. And I turn that down, and this down. That's pretty hot. You can smell this one burning. And it's similar settings for this one as well. This is a 1 amp, 1 ohm, at 10 watts. There's like a listen if that's alright. Let's say that's at 3 amps. So set it at 3 amps. If you turn it round, there's like a little point, might be just a funny switch. Anyway, so that's on 3 amps. So we turn the volts up, and it's gone. But if we pull this out, so it's up to 15 amps, 15 volts, and it won't go all the way. So put it in, and it drops it right down to 4.8, and it's overstressing it. So we put up to 3 amps, and put it in, not making it. Drop the voltage back a bit. So this definitely doesn't like any of it. Doesn't like any of it. So 2.6 and it's only 3.1 volts. We can take it out, turn it back up, turn it down. So the logic is then to set your current. That's nice and warm. And that's nice and warm. To set your current according to what you set it, you've already set your settings at and so really we know that the 2 amps is about there, and that's where the marker is on that. This is a whiteboard marker, so I'll be able to wipe it off that if I want to. But it handled all that quite nicely. There's a couple of pots in here, but I haven't been brave enough to play about with them. But it's a nice little power supply. It's got a transformer, of course, and it's got all the regulation. But all that regulation makes it really nice. Works really well. It's got a bridge rectifier down. Trying to focus it towards you. So there's a bridge rectifier down there, and then the 3055 on the back. And pull the plug out, then I'm not so hazardous. But I've had a lot of shocks off mains, and I've already inspected this one, and I know they come in here, and it comes to the main switch on the front, and then goes to the transformer, and the fuse there. It's all well protected. The only one that's visible really is the earth, and the earth is nicer to hear, and is with all the metal parts, but not to the black and the green, but the yellow one is to earth. So the yellow one, so that's the earth chassis, and so that goes to the earth, but that one doesn't go to earth. The one doesn't. So you can actually, if you wanted to earth your machine, so all this is earth as well, you can connect across here either by putting a little bit of metal between the two. But I put it this way, not using the middle one, the way I do things, because that's just for the boards. Nothing metal for me to touch there. And the transformer casing is earth as well, so that's okay. Let me just show you a little bit more with it. This is the power on and off, and this is inside it. It's very nice. Bearing in mind it's a 3 amp, and you've got power in, and the circuitry there, and it's all very nice, all really nice. This main smoothing cap is only 2,200, but the other spot here you can put another one and that'll make it a bit smoother. I've not checked the ripple. That's at 50 volts, probably at 10 degrees, not 120. But that's all right. It's a nice pattern. You saw how hot it was getting, and that's all. It's all pretty nice, pretty like it. The only other thing was that when I first started it up, the transformer was humming a little bit, and I couldn't tell the tune it was humming, so I had to stop the humming. And it's just a matter of, I think I've got 2 loose ones still, but the loose ones you can take up with the base here, and that's nice and tight, and this one too. And then you can just pull it down a little bit more, and they're fine. Yep, and that's good, and that's good. But in order to put the Loctite, what it's called, it stops it moving off. It has moved off, and in transit, I suppose these have been able to vibrate and move off as well. Everything else seems to be nicely done. Nice big heatsink here, and for $50, I thought that was pretty good. Certainly it's going to do all the little things that I play about with iPods and the odd mobile phone that I don't manage to blow up. And then metal case just gets earthed as well, because it's got this one here, and it's got the 4 on the side that are nicely earthed. And then you have here says hot. I'm supposing this should go to that because that's the hot bit. Whereas if it's the front, it'll be here, and that's not really a particularly hot spot. And you could actually put a fan here and connect it to the board. There's a few little spots here. I mean, even off the front piece here. Or you could order one of the little 24 to 12 volt transformers, put in, or put a 24 volt one in. But anyway, you put a fan, you put 2 in at 12 volts. That would certainly cause a lot of nice cool air blowing through it. So that's it, my new little power supply, 15 volts. 15 volts at 3 amps. That's and I'm pretty pleased with that. However, I've yesterday ordered a 30 volt 10 amp one to complement this. This would be nice for the little iPhones, little iPods and stuff that I like to rebuild and adjust. Okay, so thanks for watching, and that's the end of this one.